Amazing pictures there, and we've got some more for you now, something completely different, because however you spent your Christmas day, it's a safe bet that you probably weren't battling through winds of 160 kilometres an hour, drifting snow and temperatures as low as -60°C. But that's exactly what Lieutenant Scott Sears was doing just under 2 weeks ago. He has become the youngest person in history to complete a solo trek to the South Pole unassisted. Scott walked and skied more than 1,000 kilometres. Let's show you the map, starting at the southern end of the Weddell Sea, over the crevasse fields of the Antarctic plateau, landing up at the South Pole, remarkably just 36 days later, which I'm pretty sure was ahead of schedule. But luckily, we're going to find out more because Scott is with me now. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, good, tired, but otherwise all right.
And hungry?
Very hungry, yeah.
Did you lose some weight as you were trekking?
I did. I was about 10 kilos down by the time I finished, so I'm trying to catch up now.
And is it true you did it in record time almost?
Yeah, 12 days ahead of schedule. I had 50 days worth of supplies and I got in on Christmas Day, so I pushed it quite hard.
Was that the ambition, to get there for Christmas?
It was. I became obsessed with it, yeah, and so I started pushing harder and harder and harder, and ended up basically having to eat a lot of my food that I'd put to the side. So I actually ran out of food just a couple of kilometres short of the pole, so I turned up with 0 food left, which was good timing.
Just impeccable timing, I'd have to say. Yeah. How was it?
It was good. It was an amazing experience, both sort of physically and mentally. More mentally than anything, it was a big challenge.
It doesn't look that exciting. It sort of has a bleak beauty to it.
It does, yeah. It's that's the real thing, is the boredom almost of it, that you have to motivate yourself to just, you know, keep on trudging.
And how do you personally do that? How do you motivate yourself?
The 38-day goal to get in on Christmas Day became my obsession, and that really was what kept me, you know, pushing forward. I became obsessed with getting in ahead of schedule, so I was increasing how long I was skiing each day, and I was really trying to push the speed that I was skiing at the whole time.
Do you meditate or have a mantra or something to keep you going?
Well, on the second week, I actually the sun disappeared for 6 days. I was in a whiteout, and my iPod is charged by the sun, so I had no music. I normally have music and podcasts and things like that, and I had nothing. So I was skiing in complete silence for 12 hours a day, and then it was very much my breathing. I just get into a rhythm and focus on my breathing for 12 hours a day, yeah.
I want to hear that you've learned something deep and meaningful about yourself in that silence.
I don't know. Just sort of, unfortunately, went into the dark recesses of my mind, which is a very terrifying place to be.
Physically, was it tough? Did it hurt?
Yeah, it really was, especially at the start. So at the start, my sled actually weighed over 100 kilos, which was more than me. And that was really the most difficult time physically, because you're actually climbing a huge amount of altitude as well. You got up to over 10,000 feet. And sort of dragging that way uphill the whole time is exhausting.
And the cold, how do you deal with that?
Well, I was very lucky. I worked with the guys here in the UK, Shackleton. We made this jacket that can basically keep you warm down to -60. So when I was sitting on my sled in, you know, windstorms and things like that, I just pull it up, I put the hood up, headphones in, and sort of disappear back to my flat in London.
Oh, is this something you've always wanted to do? I mean, was this something you've dreamt about for a long time? Or I know there's charitable reasons behind you doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I was very much inspired by Sir Ranulph Fiennes back in the days, and more, you know, modern guys like Ben Saunders. But the hope was to raise originally just £25,000 for the Gurkha Welfare Trust in memory of Rifleman Suraj, who was the last member of my platoon to be killed in Afghanistan, the platoon that I took command of. I wasn't there when he got killed, but we managed to, you know, exceed that massively. We're almost close to £40,000 now, which is fantastic.
And now, just back to work.
I am back on exercise on Monday, yes.
In some muddy field in
Northern
England.
Yeah, I will be sitting freezing in a field again in Northern England on Tuesday.
You might be dreaming of the whiteout and the lack of noise for much time to come. Congratulations, it's quite an achievement. Good
Thank you very much.